Brain and spinal injuries can be caused by a variety of accidents, from auto accidents to slip and fall accidents and assault and battery accidents as well. Clients with spine injuries tend to come in a mental state of pain because something is wrong, it hurts, and they need help. Clients with brain injuries are not necessarily the same. Some clients come in with brain injuries and their experience of fogginess or confusion, and they're not really sure what is wrong, although they do know something appears to be off. Symptoms of spinal cord injury tend to be severe pain around the neck or the spine. Other symptoms can include numbness or tingling at the extremities, such as in your fingers or in your feet or legs. Symptoms of brain injury can vary depending on the individual and the severity of the injury. It could be something as mild as a headache, but it can also vary to loss of consciousness, forgetfulness, amnesia, difficulty to speak, and difficult vision as well. Brain and spine injuries have different consequences. A minor injury can heal up in a week or two or maybe a little bit longer. Severe injuries may lead to paralysis and may never heal. A brain or spinal cord injury affects the whole family. Once the victim is out of the hospital and home, often the family members are the caretakers. Not only are they playing nurse, but they also have to pick up the jobs that the injured person used to do. They may pick up some more household chores, they may do some shopping, transportation may become an issue, and if the injured party was a primary breadwinner, there's going to be a huge financial impact on the family as well. Victims of brain and spinal injuries are able to collect damages for their medical bills, for their lost earnings. If they're unable to work in the same capacity, they may also collect money for lost future earnings. They're also able to collect money for their pain and suffering and their court costs and fees. I have personal experience with brain and spinal injury cases. In the 1990s, my own mom was involved in an auto accident. The auto accident did not seem severe at the time, but in a short while, my mom started speaking and making no sense at all. It turned out that rather minor injury led to a brain bleed, and by the time the doctors diagnosed what had happened, she had severe brain damage which paralyzed a large part of her body. So I have experience handling these cases on the law side, and I understand how the litigation works, but I also have personal family experience to understand how this really affects each and every person. Clients hire Precision Injury Law because they like the fact that they're dealing with me and not some faceless person in a large corporation. They like that they can get in touch with me. They like that I'm available. I'll take the time to educate them about the legal process. I'll give them the options of how we can proceed with their case, and they're happy with the results. What makes Precision Injury Law different from other firms is we are a small, boutique firm, and we take the time to craft the right solution for each individual client. Client communication is key. I do my best to return phone calls and emails the very same day. As a lawyer, sometimes I'm in trial and I cannot do that, so I will return calls within 48 hours. Precision Injury Law is a small firm, and the advantage of dealing with a small firm is you know who you're dealing with. I will be handling or overseeing all of the cases, so if somebody has a question, they're not calling some random department somewhere in a large firm, they'll be speaking with me. During the initial consultation for a brain or spinal injury case, we'll sit down and talk about the injury, we'll talk about how it happened, and we'll talk about the evidence available. Then we'll speak about how the injury is being treated now, how it's going to be treated in the future, and what can be done. Then finally, we'll discuss the law and what the attorney can do to help you and your family recover.